Hey guys, so today we're going to be talking about the upcoming EZA for this INT Super Saiyan Trunks Future unit coming out, I think, on the 9th of this month for JP Dokkan. It's currently the 4th. This video should be going up on the 4th as well. I'm recording this the same day it's going up. So we have pretty much my prediction for this unit. I've done these before for other units, and I've been off sometimes, but sometimes I've actually been pretty close, so we'll see what happens. In terms of the stats for this guy, we have these stats here. These are pretty much set in stone for what we're going to be seeing. They use the same formula for every EZA that's come out, so like 99.999% chance that these are just the same stats that we see for this guy coming out, which are not bad. I mean, it's not like Strength Gogeta where he has 20,000 attack or anything, but I think this attack stat is pretty consistent with what we've seen with recent Dokkan Fest exclusive units, so that's not bad for sure. Definitely take that attack stat. Defense is also pretty good as well. Leader's skill is pretty much set in stone as well. I mean, it's the mirror of the Tech Emergence of Mastery, because these guys did actually come out on the same banner together back, like, I think it was 3 years ago at this point. No, it's over 3 years ago, because they came out before the 2nd anniversary. So this is a while back now, like 3.5, 3.3 years ago. It's a while. But yeah, this is going to be the same. Like, again, 99.99% sure this is going to be this leader skill, because it's literally the mirror image of the Tech Emergence of Mastery, because they came out together and they're supposed to be like opposites of each other. So now we're moving down to the super attack effect, Final Hope / Extreme. So prior to EZA, all he did was lower attack, greatly lower attack. Prior to EZA, he greatly lowered defense, and that was it. Now, I added greatly lowering attack and defense. So immense damage, greatly lowers attack and defense. The reason why I did this is we can actually go ahead and take a look at what his teams are here. So the main teams are going to be Hybrid Saiyans and Bond of Master and Disciple. So those are the two, I think, teams that this guy's going to fit the best on. Then you also have teams like Future, Saga, and Time Travelers as well, which he'll fit on, but I don't think he'll be as good a fit on these teams as he is here. The reason being is because these teams have way more orb changers for him, and I think that's going to be a major part of how good this guy ends up being. So first, none of these two teams really have a attack lowering unit on them. For this one, Hybrid Saiyans, I don't even think there's a single attack lowering unit on here, unless I'm forgetting something. Like, I'm just scrolling through fast. I don't really see an attack lowering unit. Maybe like the movie support Gohan. Let me see if he even lowers attack. I think he might. Yeah, this guy lowers attack. This is the only unit I can think of who lowers attack on this team. I might be forgetting someone, so let me know if I do. But just as a quick glance, this is the only guy I can think of on this Hybrid Saiyan team who lowers attack. So I think this team getting more characters who start doing like abilities that the team doesn't already do is going to be a big impact. It's going to have a big impact on what this team can do in the future. Like, let's say they release an LR Goku and Frieza type character on this team who has the ability to do more damage if the enemy is in the attack lowered status. Like, that's going to help this team out more, because they currently don't really have access to that with too many of their units. Same thing goes with the Master and Student Bond team. The only unit I think that comes to mind that lowers attack is this Whis, and then the Int Whis. I think all the Whis actually lower attack, but like the Strength Whis is by far the best one. So other than this guy, I can't think of anybody else who actually lowers attack on this team. I mean, I'm just looking through it here. Nothing comes out at me. I mean, this guy's very good. This Kaba's very good. Vegeta's obviously very good. So Vegeta actually does lower attack, this guy, but he only lowers the attack of extreme class enemies. So I think most of the game is super class in terms of like enemies that you fight. So even in the majority of cases, this guy's not going to be lowering attack. So it's not super reliable. And then besides him, that's it, I think. I can't think of anybody else who does on this team. That's it. So unless I'm forgetting somebody, this team would also benefit a lot from having that ability to lower attack. And greatly lowering attack too is a big deal. So that's his super attack effect. And now let's go ahead and take a look at his passive. So here's the passive. Let's go ahead and read what it does before he EZAs. I have him pulled up somewhere right here. So Light of Miracles changes strength key spheres to int, and then attack plus 15% per int key sphere. That's literally all his passive was. Back back when this guy came out, like 3.25 years ago, 3.33 years ago, that was actually a pretty good passive. This guy was actually pretty good when he came out. But nowadays that doesn't cut it, and the big reason why is because this guy doesn't have any defense, 0, and his stats are pretty bad. The same reason why Super Saiyan 3 Broly is pretty bad right now. So, the new passive skill that I gave him is he keeps this. He changes Strength Key Spheres to Int. That's fine. Then he gains attack and defense plus 18% per key sphere obtained. Now, this is going to be the biggest change to him in this entire passive, is that plus 18% per key sphere obtained for defense, because right now he literally has no defense, 0. That's an issue, especially if you want to take on harder events such as Legendary Goku event, Super Battle Road, Infinite Dragon Ball History. Once you start getting into the harder parts of the game, you need to have some kind of defense, otherwise you're just useless. So that's a big change to him. Then he also gets attacks effective against all types with 7 or more key spheres obtained. So we see the exact same requirement for the LR Broly Trio unit. And I think the LR Broly Trio unit has a much stronger effect, like being able to dodge all attacks versus having attacks effective against all types. Any day of the week you would choose to dodge all attacks, because you literally become immortal. But the problem is that Broly, it's so much harder to get that 7 key spheres than this guy, because you look at the teams they're on, they barely have any orb changers on them. And this Trunks, this Trunks himself is an orb changer, and he's on 500 more teams than Broly. And I don't know, it's just way easier to get this stipulation fulfilled, this requirement fulfilled, than it is for the Broly. That's why I think attacks effective against all types it's not overpowered, but it's certainly not bad, because this is going to be pretty easy for this guy to obtain. And we'll talk about this a little bit more in depth later. And then lastly, I gave him a little bit of like a cherry on top effect here, where all superclass allies attack plus 30% for 2 turns when delivering the final blow. I think that works thematically for him, just because of the way he literally cut Zamasu in half. It's just like, alright, now everyone's happy. They get attack plus 30% for 2 turns. I don't know. So it's similar to how the INT Buhan's EZA works, right? Because INT Buhan, I believe, he gets 15% HP back whenever he lands the final blow. So something similar here as well, I think would work pretty well. And this is not like game changing or anything. I was thinking initially to give this defense plus 30% for 2 turns, but then I was like, nah, that's way too good. So 30% is good. I think that's fine. And this could actually help someone like EZA Physical Vegito Blue, because this actually goes directly into the counter multiplier too. So that could actually be pretty impactful there. But going back to this, the key sphere part. So let's just quickly talk about who I think his best partners would be. So I'm mainly going to be talking about the Hybrid Saiyan team and the Bond of Master and Disciple team, because I think those are going to be his 2 main teams, more so than the Future Saga and the Time Travelers team. So first, we'll talk about this Hybrid Saiyan team, because I think this team's going to be his main team, but this is also going to be a pretty good team. And the reason why they're both really good for him is because of one unit, and it's this Gohan right here. So this Gohan, I haven't pulled up here. The only thing that's annoying is I don't believe they actually share any links with each other. Like, none of these links, I don't think. Dismal Future Prepared for Battle, Fierce Battle, no. Unless this Gohan is prepared. Okay, this Gohan is Prepared for Battle. The only link they share is Prepared for Battle. Now, I will say, I think this Trunks' links are actually quite bad. And the reason why I say that is because this guy's not going to care about key links at all. He only has 2 attack links, Super Saiyan and Fierce Battle. That's it. Messenger from the Future is terrible. No one cares about that. Royal Lineage, Key 1, who cares? Golden Warrior, doesn't matter. Dismal Future is whatever. Prepared for Battle, so here's the thing with this Trunks. Prepared for Battle is generally a good link. But it's in this case, it's only going to serve as a helping hand for whoever he's linked with. Because the goal that you have with this Trunks is you want to give this guy all the orbs. So he's not going to be benefiting from any of these key links at all, because he's not going to need key. The only thing is, like, if you're pairing him up with this Gohan, the fact that they're sharing Prayer for Battle can help this Gohan out, because you might not be getting that many orbs for him, because you're giving them all to the Trunks. So I feel like that could help Gohan out a little bit, but they're only sharing one link. That doesn't matter, because this Gohan, A, is giving 50% attack and defense to Trunks. That's already in itself insanely good. And then he's changing orbs. Of a random type to int. So this guy's changing strength to int. this guy's changing random to int. There's going to be a lot of int key spheres in the field every single turn. So if you're getting 18% attack and defense per orb, that's going to be a lot of defense and attack. And you're also getting attacks effective against all types with 7 or more key spheres. That's pretty much going to be guaranteed if you run both these guys together on the same rotation. And since these guys are both on 2 teams together, like, those 2 teams are going to get insanely buffed when this guy gets his EZA, if it's what I'm predicting it to be. So that's the hybrid Saiyan team. I mean, the hybrid Saiyan team does have other good stuff on it as well. Nothing in particular jumps off the page to me in terms of synergizing with the Trunks EZA that I came up with, but I mean, Future Gohan can help him too because he's going to be able to support him and then also transform when the time comes, but I don't even think you want him to transform. But that's the hybrid Saiyan team. This is going to be some crazy stuff going on with this team, the Bond of Master and Disciple team. And this was the main team that I was focusing on when I created this prediction for the EZA. So you do have the same sort of combo here with the Kid Gohan, who's also on this team, and you also have the Trunks, obviously. So that's 2 orb changers. Oh yeah, I should also mention back on the hybrid Saiyan team real fast. I meant to talk about this for a second. Let me go back. You also have this Goten. If I could find him, he's the movie Goten. This guy right here. So this Goten changes physical to rainbow, and that's really good because neither the Future Trunks, because Future Trunks changes strength, and then the Kid Gohan is randomly changing a color to int. So neither of those guys are changing physical, unless you get unlucky and this guy changes physical. It's a 1 out of 4 chance, right? Because he's changing any color besides int. So you can get lucky and have like Kid Gohan change, like, I don't know, like AGL to int. This guy changes strength to int. And then if you have this guy as a floater, this Goten is a floater, and he changes like physical to rainbow as the 3rd slot unit, you're going to have a full field of like int and rainbow key spheres. That's going to be pretty insane. So this guy can help as well. So that's hybrid Saiyans. Now we're going over here. This team is about to become ridiculous because you do have the Gohan on here, you do have the Trunks on here, and now you also have this guy. This guy's changing a random color to physical, and you have this Vegeta changing a random color to tech. So these guys do share, by the way, Super Saiyan and Fierce Battle with this Trunks. So you could very well make a rotation of Trunks and Goku, or you can make a rotation of Trunks and Vegeta, and that would work well in the Vegeta family team too. So even the Vegeta family team is getting a big buff, I think, from this guy, because these 2 guys in the same rotation is going to be insane. Because think about it, even if this Vegeta, like let's say Trunks is first in the rotation, even if this Trunks changes the whole field to int or whatever, and then this Vegeta changes all those int key spheres to tech, like the fact that I made it so that this does not activate on int key spheres, so it now activates on any key sphere obtained, means that you can just go ahead and collect all those tech key spheres of this guy, and he'll still get that insane buff. So if they do go with what I have for the passive, the Master and Student Bond team is about to have 4 insanely powerful orb changers. And you're going to want to give them all to the Trunks, I think. So that's about to become really, really insane. Because the thing with this Vegeta and this Goku, they're both really good, but 13.8 thousand attack, 13.6 thousand attack. This Trunks, he's sitting at almost 17,000. So you're going to want to give him all the stuff, all the juice in the field. And he's effective against all types with 7 or more obtained. I mean, this... I would be kind of surprised if they went with a passive as good as this. But we'll see. We'll see what they do. So that was my prediction for the EZA. Let me know down below if you guys agree, disagree, disappointed with what I had, yada yada. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this, and see you all in the next one.